Hi.
She's back.
I'm back, baby.
I'm so happy you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be back.
We've missed you so much.
Thank you. Although
I was just about to say, I think we were about to say the same thing.
although viewers would disagree. They want Laura.
Well, no, Laura did do a great job. Shout out to Laura. Obviously, she's listening. She's a huge mega fan. We love you.
Our biggest fan.
I will say,
Yeah,
our
I saw.
our stats did like Laura.
Sorry, I leave for one episode. We get 40,000 views within a week.
Yes, the Instagram audience really liked her. What I will say is that us women, we like a slightly traumatic birth story, don't we?
That is true. She also just did a fab job.
She did.
It's also just very hard to compete with her perspective, which is a unique perspective.
It is.
Yeah. There were a few things I really enjoyed about that episode.
Oh, go on,
Firstly,
please.
very fun to listen as a listener.
Right.
Very
great.
fun. The first thing I loved is, and obviously I'll explain where I've been, but you went, Nads is in Germany, and so we send her a lot of love.
I didn't know, as in, obviously, you know, we'll get to it, but I didn't know what you wanted me to say, and I didn't want to be annoying, be like, what do you want me to say?
It just sounded like being in Germany warrants like a bit of a, all the best. We send you love. We hope you make it through.
Well, we did.
Yeah, you did. Thank you for that. And the other thing I loved about the episode is your desperation to have been a lesbian.
God, doesn't it sound so good in so many ways?
I was like, God, could Katie be any more desperate? She was like, what are your conversations like? What's the, talk to me. Like when you plan a week, is it even? Is it 50-50?
That mental load is just, is there even any left over? But sorry, I do feel like being a lesbian is like a life hack. And because Ben and I often say that we feel like we've hacked life. Yeah. Like we've entered the cheat code of life, which is you just hang out with your best friend the entire time.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But also, if that can be a woman, and then you're both just like rocking life equally.
Yes. Yeah.
Although Ben did listen to last episode and he does want me to clarify, which I do agree with, that the mental load in our relationship is shared. But I think the point that I was making was that stereotypical things that women take the mental load of, I do take the mental load of in our relationship. And that's the point I was making. But to be clear, I don't know how much we pay for our heating. He pays all our bills.
I mean, since circa episode 2, when you stated that you don't clean, I think we know.
I don't. I absolutely don't. I do wipe down the sides. I want it known.
The sides.
I do.
But so because of that, I think we know that Ben does his fair share.
Yes.
So
apart from a quick spritz on the work surfaces in the kitchen. Yeah. That's me done.
Not a lot from you.
Nothing, actually.
Nothing.
Not a lot would be a compliment.
Nothing. Yeah, fair play.
But, you know, we all play to our strengths, don't we?
We do. We do. So sorry for my absence, everyone. Unfortunately, I had to go to Germany because of some family health issues. So it's not been the best start of the year for us.
No.
But we're back, which is nice.
It is hard as well, isn't it? Like, you know, I, just to get really serious for a sec.
Yeah.
I do think having babies in really difficult times is a weird one. And, you know, my best friend passed away almost exactly a year ago. And having a baby in that moment, Joey was 6 months.
Yeah.
It's such a, what's the phrase around double-edged sword?
Yeah. That one.
Because on one hand, you don't want sadness around them. So they lift you out of the sadness.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you cannot indulge in your sadness.
Correct.
And you can't be present in a way to other things that really you probably need to be supportive for someone else or to grieve or to do whatever.
Yeah.
So it is, you know, doing things for the first time with a baby is really weird. And going through hard moments the first time with a baby, I do think is also really difficult.
Yeah. I think I definitely felt the kind of, you have to kind of get up and deal with your baby.
They need feeding, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, what are you going to do?
Which is, I found quite helpful because it means that you can kind of, you know, there's some normalcy that still exists. Logistically, it's obviously harder, to your point. Well, another point, logistically, it's just harder if you need to do certain things. You know, I was very lucky in that Joe was able to come with me because he actually had his leftover parental leave across this time. So it was a bit of Glück im Unglück, as we say in Germany, luck within unluck, that he could come with me.
That's a good phrase.
Yeah, I thought so. And so I got to have my family with me, which was nice.
Yeah.
But yes, we're back. We're pleased to be back.
Anyway, we are delighted to have you back.
Thank you. Well, please update me. What has been going on with you?
Well, I think the big update for me is Joey will be in nursery this time next week.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know. So for those that have been listening to the pod, obviously it's been a bit of back and forth because we were the most disorganized parents in the entire world and got to like a year and 3 months and we're like, we want to take her to nursery. Took her to a nursery. They were like, yeah, like see you in a year.
Get in line, losers.
Yeah, literally. But I have some advice for parents out there because we honed a strategy and I really recommend, it got us 4 places at 4 separate
Why
nurseries.
do I feel like this is going to be an unethical strategy?
No, it's not. So basically the strategy that that I got to, because originally it was just my strategy was persistence.
Yeah.
Because that's what people say. They say just call them every day.
That is what people say.
Until they give you a place.
Correct.
My strategy was calling them and saying, oh, hi, I've just moved unexpectedly to the area. All of my like year nursery plans has just gone out the window.
All those plans I made when I was 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really kind of desperate and I really like the look of your nursery and I want to come and have a look, but I'm not going to come and have a look, obviously, if you can't accommodate some availability. Right. Can we just quickly talk, is there any chance that we could get our daughter into... And my takeaways are people respond to that strategy for twofold. Number one, like people hear the desperation and they really respond to it. I really appreciate that. Like the other day, I went to go to a soft play thing, side note, and I got the opening time wrong. So Joey and I just like killed time for an hour in a Greasy Spoon cafe next door. Yeah. And then the soft play opened and it was fully booked. And I think she saw the fear. I was like, no, sorry, you don't understand. We've just played in the Greasy Spoon next door for an hour. You have to let me in. And she let me in. So anyway, I think part of it is just, God, this woman's, she needs help.
Desperate. Look at her. Pregnant and 2, with a child.
It's a business. And I think... that how many mums put their kids down that are never really going to go there?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
I'm a buyer. Yeah. I'm ready to pay. I'm ready to go. And so literally, I must have called maybe 7 nurseries. 2 out of the 7 just said there's just no way. Yeah. And the other 5 said, I think, come and have a look and let's see. And 4 of the 5 offered me places.
Great. Yeah. Okay, amazing. The thing is, I'm speaking as the second least organized parent in London, but I feel like everyone else has their shit together a little bit more.
Maybe, but if you are listening to this pregnant,
then you have lots of time.
Firstly, look into it really quickly after they're born. Yeah. But if you want to take the high risk strategy, we've got you guys.
Yeah, we've got you. Katie's got you. Got you. So how do you feel about this?
Fine. I feel fine. I feel fine.
A Ross fine or a real fine?
A bit of a Ross fine. I'm going to gaslight myself until the moment because why freak myself out about it? The thing is Joey is the kind of kid that will have a great time at nursery. Yeah. I just need her not to cry.
Well, she will.
Because probably. I will pass away.
Yeah, but she probably will cry.
And I can't think about that.
I think you need to mentally prepare yourself a little bit more than you're doing currently.
No, I'm actually going to go with the...
Okay.
With the staunch.
With the stoic approach.
Yeah, the stoic.
Okay, well
I don't know if staunch means the same as
I actually don't know what staunch...
But I think I was going for stoic, but I came out staunch.
What the fuck does staunch mean?
Not sure. But yeah, no. So it's all going to be fine.
It's going to be staunch, guys.
It's going to be fab.
It's going to be
staunch. The other thing is that I am working... basically the day she goes to nursery anyway, so it's not like I'm going to see her less. Yes. Really. Yes. So that's helping me. Yes. But for you, because nursery's a breach.
Yeah. So I don't actually know if people know we found we have a place, which in itself is an update. And it was really lucky because we viewed a nursery the first week of January that we loved. And then we had to go to Germany like 4 days later or something. And so if we hadn't viewed that one and liked it, we would just be without a nursery right now.
But you did.
But we did, which was great. So really like small independent one, really liked it. What I really loved about them, which I don't know if everyone would agree with this, but you know, when you view them and you're like, how do you give me updates or whatever? And there's so many that have like, that just give you like a constant stream of what your baby is doing, like every moment of every day. And I really didn't want that because I was like, I'm going to feel the pressure to look at it the whole time. And also like, if someone's doing that the whole time, then you're not hanging out with my baby. So I really liked around this one that they were like, we just update you at the end of the day.
Well, what I when you told me about it, what I liked about the whole thing was there are a couple of things that you asked the nursery where I really feel like the crowd pleaser answer would have been the opposite to what they said.
I agree.
But it just so happened that you loved the non-crowd pleaser answer.
Correct.
This bit. I do think it's fair to say that probably 80+% of parents want the update.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do.
Interesting.
I might be wrong.
I'd actually love to know. Maybe we do a little poll or something. Maybe.
But I think maybe to prepare them, like how long have they napped for? Like how well did they eat? Like that kind of thing. But to your point, if you get it at the end of the day, do you care?
Yeah.
But there were a few other things as well that I was just like, I respect that, not bravery, but just confidence.
The staunchness.
The staunchness / confidence in the way that they do things. Yeah. And it really worked out well for them with you.
It did.
You're a good punter then.
So I feel good about the place. I don't feel good about sending him anywhere.
Well, what I will say is I think, how do I say this? There is some, the transition period needs to take place for you because he is about to go to nursery and that kid's had 1 bottle of milk.
No, a few. We managed to go to our skiing holiday that we weren't sure we were able to get to a week ago. And that was a good test because I went away for full days to go skiing. And so he's had like days now with like a full day with, family. So a bit different than strangers.
Calm down.
But so bottle wise, it's fine. But you are correct. Fine. No, but you are correct that the boob is still very much in action and needs to slowly be less of a focal point.
I do think that it's worth probably you making a plan in the transitional phase for you, probably majority, but also I guess a bit for Leo.
Yeah.
That because I would say you are such a primary parent in comparison to I.
Interesting.
Like you look after Leo 5/7 of more than 5/7 because then you do stuff on the weekend as well.
Yeah.
That just for your like to make sure you're okay.
Yeah. I don't think I am.
I don't think you are.
I don't think I am. When I'm away from him for like 4 hours, I'm like, can't wait to see my baby. How am I going to do that for so many days?
You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And what I will say is that I remember getting voice notes from friends where they have literally left their child screaming for them and they are in floods of tears. And then they're fine.
I know.
It's going to be hard. Though.
I think it's going to be really hard for me.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be very staunch.
No.
But you know what? I'm going to cross that bridge when I get to it in circa 4 weeks' time.
We have to let them go and explore the world.
At 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are things in that nursery but people always say this, there are things genuinely, real talk.
Yeah.
There are genuinely things in that nursery that you would just not do with him.
Oh, 100%.
Painting.
Yeah. No, lots of things.
Paper mache.
I actually think I've generally thought I was a more creative person than I am because I really run out of ideas for how to entertain
dads
this
are good
baby.
with the ideas,
They
aren't they?
are good with the ideas. Yeah. Also, Joe's mum, very good with the ideas. Full of ideas.
Well done, Di.
Although she did. She is so like quick to entertain him and respond when he's bored for a moment.
After your own heart.
100%. He cried for like a second and she panicked and just took a chocolate box that was near and just started slamming her head into the chocolate box as a way of entertaining him.
Do not cry on my watch.
And he was just like, okay.
Probably stop crying.
Reminded me of your penis head incident.
Yeah, I know. God, that's such a shame.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes for you. Yeah. I know obviously Joey and Leo are quite different ages, but still.
Yeah, so we'll get a live update next week because she would have done that the previous week. She'll be flying.
And how many days a week?
3.
That's a nice amount.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Nice. Okay.
Because I think Mondays and Fridays are really open because of various things.
Well, work arrangements. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. We're not going into that any further.
No, we're not. But Fridays for this nursery is when people come in. The drama teacher comes in. The music person comes in. So I'm not sad about the Friday.
No, it sounds like Friday was the day to be there.
Yeah, right? So anyway, we'll see.
Lovely.
How about you?
How about me? Leo updates.
Well, I guess, anything.
Well, besides boobs still being very present, he...
Delicious.
Is...
I mean, it's hard for the kid, you know?
It is hard.
How do you say goodbye to that?
But this is the thing. I think I kind of... Because I had it in my head that he's going to love food. And he does love food. Like, he is a good eater.
He loves the boob more.
But it's not the case that he's had a taste of food and now he's like, okay, I'm done with milk. I'm all about the food. He really loves both. And so I've just kind of realized, to your point, I'm really going to have to be the driving force in making this change.
I don't think he's going to come off the boob and say, you know, mummy, I'm actually okay for milk right now. If you give me extra dessert, I'll stop. I think that the chance of that happening is slim. Yeah.
So accordingly, he's still a large boy, still a chunky monkey.
Well, I think that the key probably is going to be the milk in the day.
Yeah.
Because I think you can hang on and maybe it will be nice for you to hang on to. I think you're going to need it.
A bit of a nighttime feed.
And then a morning.
Yeah. Fine.
A morning and nighttime. And I was honestly very impressed with the boobs at how they adjusted.
Yeah, I hear
they really adjust.
Yeah. I hear that the time of worrying about supply and such it's kind of, you don't need to worry about it anymore. Yeah. So so that's one thing on the agenda. No sign of crawling yet.
No.
So that might come up at some point. However,
do you think it's just because he's heavy?
I think he's just so lazy.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we'll go to like a baby class and all the other babies will like try and like make their way into the middle. He literally just reclines onto my lap and just watches it like a performance. Nice. It's really sweet. But yeah, not a lot of movement there.
But he's still sleeping well, burning no energy.
Well, he is now sleeping well. So I don't know if I've given that update on here, but yes, he is. He's now sleeping through most nights. I say, thank you. I say sleeping through. He does wake up at like 6:15, 6:30.
Yeah, sweetheart, that's the morning.
Yeah, I know, but I was hoping for a 7 to 7 situation.
I think I have a theory that that's bullshit.
Really?
Well, like, okay, do I think that some kids sleep 7 to 7? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember someone telling me that most kids wake up between 6 and 7.
Fair. Well, it changes everything, doesn't it? Them sleeping through.
Everything.
It changes everything. As in, like, I feel like I have a bit of a brain again.
And did you do anything? Was that just time, or was that a well done to you? Or
so, as we know, I tried kind of sleep training for one night and was like, I don't think I have it in me.
And then co-slept.
And then co-slept for a month. Being like, my baby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you for a second.
I'm sorry if I've instilled trauma from that one night. Let me just undo all of that work and just co-sleep and cuddle you for a month.
Literally 3 weeks later, I was like to Joe, I was like, God, I still feel so bad about that night. He was like, Nads. But anyways, we found this thing, it's this woman on Instagram who a few of my friends have used. Sleep training woman who does this course. Basically, we found a sleep training course where you don't leave them to cry. You basically stay in there with like a hand on their belly or whatever until they stop crying. And then as soon as they stop crying, before they're asleep again, ideally, you leave the room. And if they then start crying again, you immediately come back.
Oh.
And when I heard this, I was like, sorry, that's not going to work.
Trips?
It's honestly, I was amazed. So Joe did it because we were like, if it's me, he's going to be like, pick me up and feed me. What the fuck are you doing?
Good call.
But so I think the first night Joe would maybe have to go back in like 6 to 10 times.
Okay.
Something like that. And then he woke up maybe once or twice in the night.
Leo.
But literally within 3 nights, I think, am I lying here? I'm going to say within the week he was sleeping through and has since done consistently. And we never had to leave him to cry.
Wow.
And I really didn't, in my mind, I was like, sleep training is leaving them to cry.
Yeah.
And I really did.
That's what I have programmed into my head.
Yeah. And I thought it would maybe, I think you said this to me, that it would likely create some good like sleep hygiene, but we'd probably have to leave him to cry in order to, you know, get all the way. But we didn't.
Wait, so my professional opinion wasn't true?
It wasn't correct. Can you believe it?
God.
I'm not saying that would obviously work for every baby.
Yeah.
But
because I genuinely, I might be wrong, but I genuinely don't think that would have worked it for Joey.
And I believe you there.
Yeah.
But it worked for him, which I'm
so pleased.
I know. I'm so pleased because,
we just went through a sleep training take 2.
Oh no.
Well, it was quick but brutal.
Yeah, well, it is brutal, isn't it?
It is brutal.
From my experience of one night.
Her experience of firstly not doing it, and secondly Leo not crying for a second. Brutal. Really sounds very stressful.
Brutal, yeah.
Yeah, no, we did it because, I mean, for listeners of the pod will know, we've had like a rough couple of months from a...
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when they've slept through the night,
I can't
them
imagine.
not sleeping through the night hits different.
Yeah, I bet.
But obviously the thing with sleep training is I am confident doing it as long as I know they're fully healthy.
Yeah.
She's got her nappy's fine. She's not hungry. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Literally the conditions need to be perfect.
Right.
So the conditions have just been not perfect for so long. She's had this like developmental regression, then teething, then is she sick, is she not sick, then we've been away. So anyway, we've just developed a few bad habits, the main 2 being, number 1, we like settle her too much. We're present in the room too much to settle her and get her to sleep,
right? And
it's basically come out of, for example, we went to my parents and she has been there obviously before, but it's a new house, it's a new room. Yeah. So when she's crying, you just want her to feel safe. So then you go in and then you stay too long and then you feel like you can't. Anyway, so we had to sleep train her out of us being in the room / our hand on them. And I think the trigger was the night before or something. She had a terrible night's sleep. She'd, bless her, been very overtired, put her to bed at 7. She didn't go to sleep. She cried from 7 till 9. She finally went to sleep at 9. Stupidly, I stayed up then until 11 watching TV.
Of course.
You feel like you need the chill time,
You do.
don't you?
You do. This is my...
Then I had 2 blissful hours, 11 till 1. And then I got up at 1 to go for a pee because I pee 5 times a night now. That's just my life.
Yeah.
And Ben's parents are staying in the flat next door because their house got flooded. Anyway, although, side note, grandparents next door.
Is it great?
So good.
Yeah, I bet.
God.
Yeah.
So my favourite is when you've had quite a long day with them and it gets to like 4:30.
Yeah.
And they just come over and they do dinner and bed.
Ideal.
Like bath and bed. You go out, watch a film, eat some dinner.
Stop it.
And come back like 1 minute after bedtime. Oh, we've done that a couple times. Like we've been to the cinema, gone for some...
so funny.
You know, like by the time you get to 4:30, you're like, those hours at the very end of the day.
As in, if parenting didn't include the 4 to 6 p.m., 4 to 7 p.m. shift, I think it would be a pure, like that's the hours where it's like, wow, I'm struggling.
And also from the flip side, the generosity of them is amazing. Yeah. But also, they don't, great for them as well. They get to see you for a little 3-hour period. Gorgeous.
It does crack me up that rather than do like a date night in the evening, you're like, we'll be back when she's asleep. Text us,
Literally, as soon as she's back. Yeah, we want to watch our program. Bye. Anyway, so they're next door and our car was stolen from
Not again.
But their car is outside, so I was paranoid about their car getting stolen.
Fair.
So I went to the loo at like 1 o'clock in the morning and I checked on their car.
That's really sweet of you.
Well, yeah. And then I'm like a really sweet person.
Yeah.
And then I basically had this psychotic episode where I convinced myself I was in an episode of Homeland.
What do you mean?
And so, well, I created this narrative and this piece of drama that was completely fictitious and in my head.
I'm so excited.
That their car was being stolen, but it wasn't.
But as in, was anyone there?
Basically, what happened was I had in my head that from the night that our car got stolen, I saw this black van at some point.
Right.
Then when I got out, I looked outside. Their car was there. There was a black van there.
Right.
And I was like, oh. This is the
Carrie Matheson.
Here she is. Yeah, literally. I can't tell you how Carrie Matheson I felt in this moment. So I was like, oh.
Insanity and all.
So I was like looking into the van and I could see a light that I convinced myself was an iPhone light. So I thought someone was sitting in the car on their phone in the dead of night.
Right. And
then I heard what I thought, what sounded like an owl. But what I thought was the sound of not a real owl, but a person making the sound of an owl as a signal.
Katie, are you okay?
So here I am.
Sorry, you're doing all of this from inside your home.
Yeah, just peeping out, making sure that it's not too obviously peeping because I don't want them to see me, and then potentially like nick the car and then shoot me through the window.
And sorry, in your mind, there's someone in this van on their phone going, hoo hoo.
No. You completely misread this.
I'm so sorry.
So there's someone else being the spotter who's doing the noise.
He's hoo-hooing at the van.
Because he's looking down the street to see if people are walking. So they can't nick a car if someone's walking.
Yeah.
So if someone walks or doesn't walk, I wasn't in on it. I didn't know. But
you didn't know the plan.
But I thought that the hoo was some kind of signal. So I obviously just stayed to watch. Absolutely nothing happened.
Of course.
And then I was trying to get all the photos and I felt like I got a good angle of their number plate.
Oh my God.
I tried to ring 101.
What's 101?
Well, it might not be 101. Don't take my word for that. The non-emergency police line.
I don't actually know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a non-emergency police line.
Well, it might be 101. I don't know.
So unhelpful.
Yeah.
Basically just said, if there's a crime, call 999.
Probably send you to A&E.
Yeah, if it's a newborn, just go to A&E. No, they basically just said, if you're seeing a crime, call 999. Otherwise, just go on our website.
Why does that number exist?
I don't know.
Right, okay.
But anyway, so then I was just like, this is ridiculous. By this time, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I've not seen anything for like an hour.
And you're just watching.
Well, but also things are progressing in my mind.
But not in the reality.
But not in reality.
But
also by this time I'm wired because I'm in this like live criminal act. So then I couldn't sleep. Anyway, long story short, I couldn't sleep until like 3, 3:30 Joey gets up. She's up for 2 hours from 3:30 to 5:30.
No.
And then goes back to sleep for an hour. Anyway,
did Ben deal with it? Or
Ben dealt with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm obviously still awake because she's awake.
This is the issue, right? Even if one of you is dealing with it, like I can't.
You're not going back to sleep.
I can't sleep
because also
crying,
she's not. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was the moment we were like, right.
What? Sorry. So you based it off of your insanity?
No, we based it off me getting 2 hours sleep, and the next day I was like, we need to.
Well, the fact she was awake for 2 hours, I feel like is intense.
Yeah, and she always is when she gets up in the night because it was part of the sleep regression. Yeah. Anyway, after that, we go to my parents. We make it even worse. We create bad habits.
Yeah.
We come back. The day we get back, we've got strength. Yeah. We do round 2 of sleep training. Which was really bad. And I'll tell you why it's really bad. Because when they're 1.5 and not... Because the first time we did it, she was 6 months.
Yeah.
Or 6.5 months. When she's 1.5...
She knows.
She knows.
She knows. And she can get up.
And she can say, Mummy.
No.
Mummy! Peas! Peas! That's her please.
No, there's no hope for me. There's no hope for me.
It was... So I did it. Because I would rather be in control of it than be sitting downstairs hearing her scream.
Of course.
So what we did is we did the, out for 1 minute, out for 3 minutes, out for 5 minutes, out for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
On the she'd just done 10 minutes of crying.
Yeah.
And literally my hand was an inch from the doorknob.
Yeah.
And then she laid down. So all in all, it was 45 minutes, but with the gaps, obviously.
Yeah.
But with the exception of me going in and, when I went in, she calmed down.
Yeah.
But apart from that, screaming is an understatement.
No.
I mean, this girl is screaming as if her life depends on it. But I will say props to ChatGPT because it really got me through. Because it was giving me things that you can hold on to. Like, for example, when you go in, if they just go silent instantly, that's them regulating. They're completely fine, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So there were little snippets of good enough that got me through. Anyway, it was basically a one-night wonder. Yeah. So we had one bad night, and then the next night, Ben did bedtime, and he left her for 4 minutes. And from that point, we now can just walk out. And it's been a breakthrough. Well done. And the second part of the other thing we needed to do is push her back. And when they can self-soothe, everything's so much easier. Yeah. But anyway, that was...
I'm so sorry. That's horrific.
It was bad. But it was just everything that was great about sleep training, because it is such short-term pain and just the long-term bliss is... Yeah. It's a life changer.
I'm so pleased that she's sleeping again. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but we don't take anything for granted. We know anything could happen at any moment.
Exactly.
Do not humble us, okay?
This is planned.
Yeah, but still, we'll take all the precautions. So yeah, when people go to therapy and they come out, and people talk about doing the work. I really feel like me and Ben have done the work.
As in on sleep?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never done the work.
Well, no.
I don't work.
No. But you will be soon, going back to work.
Yeah.
For another day. One for another day.
Yeah, not for today, guys. Too much.
But she's going to be a working girly soon.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'd like to discuss some current affairs with you.
Oh, here she is. I don't know anything about current affairs.
Not the heavy stuff going on in our world.
Okay,
but
no to Trump. But what else?
Oh God, some parent-related current affairs.
It.
Yeah. So basically, did you follow the whole Alex Honnold?
I don't know who that is.
Thing. Okay. Do you know of a film called Free Solo?
Yes.
Okay. So he's a climber. He's a free solo climber, which means he climbs without ropes.
Yes.
And he first came into fame a few years ago when there was this free solo film of him climbing El Capitan.
I've watched that film.
Great.
Very good.
Very good film, right? So he recently did a new challenge on Netflix, which is like a Netflix live event where he climbed the tallest tower in Taipei, which I don't know how tall it is, but it's a very high building.
Tall, probably.
Probably pretty tall. I think it's 101 floors. I think that's why it's called Taipei 101. Anyways, I saw all this stuff online about how dare he do that now he has children. Because when he climbed El Capitan, he still had, he had his girlfriend. He had obviously lots of loved ones, but he wasn't a father at that point, whereas now he is. And so there was all this stuff online about is it okay to go into that kind of risk if you're a parent? And, I've seen him in interviews kind of be like, I didn't want to die before and I don't want to die now. And
sorry, he did the building without any ropes.
Correct. Yeah. And so he's like, it's a controlled risk. I know what I'm capable of. I never wanted to die when climbing. That hasn't changed. And so it was a risk I could take. Similarly, his wife was like, I just trust his judgment on this. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Here are my thoughts. My thoughts are twofold, which is, number one, how dangerous are we talking? In the thing of him, sorry, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Also, you could just do it with the... You could do it with the harness.
You could just do a different sport.
Just imagine you're not got the harness
You could just go for a walk instead of climbing, Alex.
No, but also the non-harness thing, that's all ego.
Well, as in, I don't know anything about climbing, but I think it's just like a very different thing, right?
Okay, fine. Yeah, you don't have to unclip and clip, but I mean, let's be real. That harness
just have a few clips.
It's only coming into effect if you fall.
Yeah, but it's like the mental thing, isn't it? Like you're not allowed. It's like I think it's like a different sport. But yes, okay, yeah. Fair.
For example, if Ben came to me and just said, I really want to do this free climbing thing. Okay, you're not doing it. Sorry. I do think there's a danger level.
Yes.
Of which above that, which this very much falls into.
Yeah.
Don't buy the controlled risk thing. This is dangerous.
Right.
It's an absolute no, you're a parent.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I will say is that, and not to victim blame, but the wife knew who she was having a kid with.
Yes.
So I'm sure they had a conversation before having a kid about, when we have kids, are you going to sack this off? And he was probably like, no.
Yeah.
The other thing is, the other condition for me is, can you be happy without it?
So this is the interesting thing, right? So it's more of a general thing of like how much, because this is a very specific thing where like his life is in danger. Although like I don't think we can actually assess how big the risk is, because like we don't know how likely, whatever. But yeah, it's more risky than not doing it. Right.
And also, but
if you get it wrong, you die.
Other people have done it.
Yes.
And died, who are professional climbers. Like, come on, dude, you're 101 floors up without any harnesses. Like, who the fuck are you trying to kid? It's not dangerous. Okay. Sorry, gaslighter of the century. It's not dangerous, yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so this is one thing, is like the risk, like, so basically your opinion is, if it's like life danger and you're a parent,
if it's material danger, it's just a blanket no.
Yeah.
You can't do it, sorry.
Fair.
Mainly also because, not to get too deep on it, but how much, I don't know the stats, obviously, but I would, the degree to which people's mental health is so drastically impacted by the behavior of their parents is so huge. Yeah. That I certainly feel like my biggest goal in parenthood generally is just, if I have a happy child when she gets to 18 or whatever, I've just done a great job. Yeah. And so I feel like he is choosing himself over his child in that moment, because no matter how big the risk is, there is a risk element. Yeah. And one of the risk elements, if he dies, that kid is going to grow up without a dad. Yeah. And the impact that it has on the mother, and, the kid's probably going to have mental health issues from that. Yeah. And so unless it's almost literal life or death from his perspective.
Of like, I need this to be myself and to be happy.
Yeah. Which I do think is a generally really important point for parenthood. Not in this extreme, but I am a big proponent of happy mum, happy baby. Yeah. 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 So I'm all for
but we are not for happy dad, happy baby.
Well, the thing is, I think
we don't stand for that here.
I think that mums need to be pushed to do selfish acts, because I think physiologically all of our instincts tell us not to do anything really selfish. Yeah. So even if we were to push to do something selfish, sorry, we're not free soloing a building.
It's actually really interesting. I wonder, I'm going to look into like, what are the risky... Well, actually, I watched a documentary the other day where, what is it? It was called Once Upon a Time in Space. The Once Upon a Time documentaries, BBC, highly recommend. Okay. Anyways, on this one, it was about the first female astronaut in the 70s, I guess, whenever it was. And she was going to do a space flight when her child was 1. And there was all the media coverage was like, she's a great astronaut, but is she a good mother? Yeah. Because she risked her life, right? Going into space. Very risky to go into space, right? By your metric, probably not allowed. Yeah. However,
God, it's weird how when it's
exactly. It's suddenly very different, isn't it?
Your point's been made. Well,
but she was saying, look at all my colleagues. Like, there's 5 men here. Their fathers There's not a single media article about them risking their life.
Yes, but sorry, there is a difference between going into space, which is like something that we do for science.
She was sacrificing herself for the world.
For science and for little kids following their dreams versus all I'm saying is what remote benefit is there around this guy climbing 101 things without a thing apart from anything selfish to do with him?
Well, maybe he's thinking, I'm going to inspire people to,
to
work
do
really
dangerous
hard.
shit.
Okay, anyways, closely related.
Yeah.
So let's take it a step down from risking your life. There was also this thing, I don't know if you saw, but Montana from Love Island?
Yes.
She said this thing about,
I know what you're about to say.
I'm so sick of seeing fathers follow. I'm sorry, I'm going to misquote here, but she said something along the lines of, I'm so sick of fathers seeing them fulfill their dreams or whatever, but it involves traveling around the world and doing 1,000 marathons and doing these great physical feats and not being at home with their 3 or 4 children, right? It felt very Spencer Matthews.
It was so Spencer Matthews.
It felt very Spencer Matthews focused. What are your thoughts on that?
So I will provide one caveat, which is that you obviously don't know what's gone into it. For example, I'm a big fan of Vogue.
Same.
So
of course.
I feel like I have some background knowledge.
We stan Vogue and Joanne.
We do.
Yeah.
She's always wanted kids. She wants loads of kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it would not be, if you told me that she was the person that was pedal footing the more kids, and he was like, I really don't want more kids. Like, there are things I want to achieve in my life and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That will be more difficult. And I just feel like 1 or maximum 2, it's manageable, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh no, but I will, and they had some kind of agreement.
Yeah.
So you never know.
You never know.
Having said that, on paper, it's damning, isn't it?
Do you think? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
And you know what really tipped me over the edge was she went on I'm a Celeb.
Yeah.
And when I saw her go on I'm a Celeb, which is 2 or 3 weeks in Australia in the jungle, I thought to myself, good for you, girl. You're taking your own 2 to 3 weeks to do something for you. And good for Spencer. He's got the kids for once.
Yeah.
And then when she got voted out, he wasn't on the bridge because he was doing some fucking marathon thing. And I just can't come down on his side on this one.
Interesting.
I'm with Montana.
You're with Montana.
I am.
I do think I am with Montana. However, I also do think it is you don't want to also be a parent who doesn't do anything. Both in terms of, as we've said before, for your own mental health, but also for your kids to look up to. For
sure, but there's a huge gulf between not doing anything
and doing 7 marathons
away 90% of the time to go and run in deserts and risk your life.
Yeah.
So I think play between those two goals.
Yeah, okay. Somewhere in the middle, guys.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
Also, push yourself for a day.
Yeah. Do 1 marathon locally.
But not you, Ben, because you nearly died doing the marathon. But everyone else go do the marathon.
Do 1 marathon. Yeah. Actually, you know how I feel about marathons. I think we need to stop normalizing them.
I agree.
Yeah. They're for really, they're for supreme athletes. Let's not all turn 30 and think we can run a marathon.
I know.
Yeah. Anyways.
One
last current affairs.
Please.
Obviously the big...
Sorry, current affairs. All right then, go on.
I'm trying to bring some levity.
These big, very important topics. Look, what's the next one?
This one's actually huge. Huge. You ready?
Huge. I'm ready.
The Beckhams.
Yeah.
The Beckhams. I mean, that brought me life in the second week of January or whatever it was.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
What's your view on the Beckhams? Because I've given 2 opinions.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm with Victoria and David. I am. Because I think
most of the world is,
Yeah, I think you might be right. Although the fake AI memes of Victoria doing the first dance of the wedding has
good.
Me in stitches. Yeah. And I'm pleased they exist.
Why are you with Victoria and David?
Well, I just think that even if it may kind of, I'm sure he's had, you know, some hard times being in the public eye.
I also
growing
believe
up that
him,
way.
by the way.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't feel that way and that isn't his truth.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, as people like to say, right?
Yeah.
But also, you're fine, aren't you? You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine, Brooklyn. There may have been some tense moments, but all in all, I feel like you've got it all right.
You're doing okay,
You're
buddy.
doing okay, babe. I also do wonder how much he would be saying this if he hadn't just married into a billionaire family.
Well, I think the main thing for me, for which I am team Victoria and David, is I do think, and I think this will happen to him.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
When you become a parent, you realise.
Yes.
So much about what your parents have done for you that they haven't said.
It's a really interesting point. I wonder if I'd feel differently before I had a baby.
I reckon that most parents are coming down on the side of Victoria and David.
I agree.
And I think if you're on Brooklyn's side, my guess is, not all, but my guess is that you're saying that from experience in terms of, you know, you've maybe come from a broken home or you've not had very good parents. And so it's been empowering to your life to give up your parenthood, and it's been a blessing for your life. Yeah. But
people keep sending me reels of like people dancing with their baby boys being like practicing for the first dance because no witch is going to take my boy away.
I think those NDAs must have been ironclad. The fact that there's been no footage coming out of that wedding.
I know.
The legalities that must have gone. People must have not had phones or something.
Release the footage, guys.
Please.
We want to see that dance.
Please.
Anyways, that's it for my news segment.
Okay, good to know where the serious topics are at. Next week.
Look, it's good to have a bit of levity from the other current affairs.
I agree.
All right? We don't want to go into those.
We don't.
We stick with the Beckhams.
Right, shall we finish off with a write-in?
Please.
Okay. A listener write-in. Please do write in, by the way.
Yeah.
Nads, do you want to give the...
Confessions at ibeyourpardon.co.uk. In fact, when was the last confession, guys? Confess to us.
Yeah, confess to us or anything, really.
Yeah, anything.
We love to hear from you. Get that inbox flowing. So here's a write-in. Hi, girls. Parent of one toddler and about to have number 2. In brackets, pray for me. Happily married to my husband, but also sleep divorced, i.e. my husband and I sleep in separate rooms.
Sorry, is this write-in from you?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I.e. my husband and I sleep in separate rooms to improve sleep quality. I think it's the secret to our happy marriage, but I'm interested how common it is. How many of your listeners do the same?
Good question.
Good question.
Okay, so you won because you wrote that in. No, what's your sleep situ?
Our sleep situ is, I would say we're not sleep divorced, i.e. I would say the norm is for us to sleep together. However, I am not opposed to kick that man out.
Same as me.
If you're snoring, goodbye.
Yeah, actually, I don't have a snoring issue, but because of my recent discovery of co-sleeping, some nights it's Leo in, Joe out.
Yeah.
See you in the morning.
I also think third trimester.
Oh, 100%.
It's getting it. The sleep, obviously. The thing is, as she's pointed out, she said sleep in separate rooms to improve quality of sleep.
Yeah.
Is anything more important than quality of sleep?
Not in this life.
And in third try, I am so huge.
Yeah.
I need all of the space in that Super King.
You need the freedom to move around as well.
And also, I'm a light sleeper. And so,
yeah.
Stop moving.
Yeah, the moving gets me
I'm what I will do is I will do a poll on our Instagram.
Okay, great.
And I will get the actual stats
to find out how people are sleeping.
What I did do is I did do a quick ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
Of some research.
Yeah.
And do you want to guess what proportion of couples sleep in separate rooms based on a recent UK survey?
As in parents, obviously.
Yes.
50.
I actually don't know if it's parents.
Oh, well, that's useless.
It's just couples.
That's useless information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, Yeah, because I feel like it will sway it. Like, why would you not sleep in the same bed if you don't have a, as in...
Just sleep quality.
Oh, just in life?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. All right.
I mean, non-parents have the right to have good quality sleep too.
No, but as in, I just feel like sleep is more catch-upable if you don't have a child. So then it's more like, you got to really not be able to sleep in the same bed to make that decision, I feel. Okay, go on.
There was not very good data on parents.
I'm sorry.
Guess.
Okay, how many sleep separately?
Yes.
30%.
Close, 1 in 5.
Okay, yeah.
So about 20%.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it said younger generations are more open to sleeping separately. Older generations have stigmatized separate sleeping.
Yeah, they have, I think.
I think it's one of those things that like the younger generation are much more aware of things that are good for them. Yeah. You know, like the Stephen Bartlett Society.
Oh, he can't, sorry.
Yeah, he's really gone down a few notches since that.
I'm kind of delighted. I know we've discussed him before and I've always had a around him.
But if you want to come on, Stephen, because I think you just got engaged to your girlfriend.
Sorry.
But yeah, I feel like we're more in, you know, the recent generations, they don't drink anymore. They want to have good sleep.
They don't want to work.
They just want to live their life.
To its fullest. Yeah. No. I feel that. I do know of my friends' parents. They have separate bedrooms, like fully, like they've like intentionally created their separate bedrooms, and they like hang out before they go to sleep in one of their beds, and then the other one will just go, which is kind of delightful.
I would also say that I don't know what kind of sleeper you are in your couples, but I would probably guess that for couples that like cuddle and things whilst they're sleeping, that sleeping separately is obviously...
Sorry, the look of disgust on your face when you described those
did
couples.
I just couldn't think of anything worse. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm in for a cuddle, but once we've decided we're going to sleep, turn around and don't touch me.
And don't look back.
Because also he twitches, and when he twitches, it wakes me up. So you literally, there's no touching. I need my space.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah, sorry, Ben. But I'm with you, girl.
Yeah. You enjoy your sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will do a poll and we will give you the key stats.
Yeah.
Because you've asked for stats.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to give you.
I also am interested in how much co-sleeping there is out there.
Okay, we can run a few.
Because it is so polarizing. I'm just interested in seeing what our viewers think.
It is. What I will say is you were so against it.
I know.
And now you're so for
I know. It's, I never imagined I would ever co-sleep. And now I think it's such a lovely thing.
And that it is.
Bye.
Bye.